What's up, Breaker Army? Welcome back to another Collector's Perspective and Discussion video. Today's going to be a fun one. Could be controversial, could be very subjective. Obviously, it's going to be very opinionated, and that's why I want to get it out there because, truthfully, I want to hear everybody's opinion on the current state of the market when you look at Yu-Gi-Oh! Versus Pokemon. I know this could be the most extreme hot take on the channel, and honestly, I'm having fun with these discussion videos. You guys seem to be enjoying it. There's a lot of new people coming in, so welcome everybody that has checked out the channel so far. Hopefully you guys are enjoying what you see, but I just want to hear your opinions, and obviously I want to share my opinions on how more of the purpose of this video is the person's like how we feel influenced on the market right now for Yu-Gi-Oh versus Pokemon. Obviously, for a little bit of background for those who have not been keeping up with the Pokemon boom, Pokemon has been going crazy the last couple months, really ever since Terrestrial Festival was released, or I guess initially teased in Japan before the actual release of Prismatic Evolutions. Things went crazy, and there's been some things leading up to that. You know, Surging Sparks is very popular because of the new Pikachu that came out, but Pokemon has been going nuts, and there's a lot of people that obviously like I'm speculative and say that there's just a lot of market manipulation going on. There's a lot of people that are just pumping and dumping cards, which is I hate to say true, but like there's been a lot of like leaked information that again could be false, could be true. I'm not entirely sure, but it seems super like repetitive and something that has happened before. So there's like this cycle of this occurring where cards rise then drop, rise then drop, and so in a way it's kind of like market manipulation. Anyway, that's just the background of it. So what I want to know is obviously your opinions and how you feel about the difference between Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh right now, and if that's concerning for you all. So what I wanted to present with this one, there's a couple things. So the big one, obviously, my opinions, like I don't care too much the Pokemon's booming. Like, yes, of course I would like to make some extra money. Like, I don't do this necessarily to invest. I am looking at the idea of, trying to do TCG stuff full time, possibly at some point in my life. Like not right now, but at some point, just because I do like this stuff. So there is a part of me that's like, oh man, it sucks that I missed out on the boom. But at the same point in time, like I don't look at it like, oh man, I could be making thousands and whatever hundreds of dollars if I bought in at this time. Like you can't live in the past. You just have to look for, if you're a collector, you just collect what you love. If you're an investor, then you have to watch this stuff. And that's just that's the truth of it. Like you cannot be sitting in the back hoping that something, oh, maybe this card will go up or that card will go up, or maybe this card that I've had for 5 years will go up from $5 to $10. You got to be watching the market. But if you're a true collector, you don't really care too much about that stuff. With Yu-Gi-Oh, Yu-Gi-Oh has been kind of weird. There's been some stuff that we've obviously discussed on the channel so far, like the alternate arts that have come out, which are good, but all the reprints that Konami does. But we've also talked about how Konami, Yu-Gi-Oh is more of a playability type of TCG, where its main thing is dueling, connecting that way. And so the reprints, I hate to say justified because it's really not, because it's just the things that Konami reprints that hurts the collecting side of things. But a lot of people got to keep in mind that that is the purpose of Yu-Gi-Oh! That's what everybody remembers from Yu-Gi-Oh! Like back in the day, you remember dueling with certain cards, you don't necessarily remember collecting them. With Pokemon, you did a lot of collecting and you played the game. So just a big difference there. When I say games, I mean the video games. Not a lot of people actually played the actual trading card. Most people just traded their cards because the artwork was cool. So getting back on track here. So the big difference with those and where I kind of feel that the market is obviously in Pokemon's favor right now. But the good thing with it, this is the one really good thing. If you are a true collector with Yu-Gi-Oh! And you have an abandoned ship, you're getting out the water from everything that you've been just drowning in because of just the way the market's been going, Yu-Gi-Oh! Has been dropping down. There's a lot of cards that are doing very well because of the new Blue Eye support that's coming out or has come out already with the structure deck, and there's more stuff coming out here in the next couple sets, like Alliance Insight, Maze of the Master is going to be pretty cool. We've got the Stampede that's coming out, plus the new, Brothers of Legend, Monster Mayhem with the chibi artwork. So there's a lot of cool stuff that Konami is doing. I'm not going to lie. I am excited for it. I just hope they do it the right way. Probably not going to. It is what it is. But the nice thing about it, the market is not crazy on some stuff. A lot of vintage cards for Yu-Gi-Oh! Right now are down so low that if you are a collector, now is the time to buy. Buy the vintage stuff because it is, I don't think I've seen prices, like obviously before COVID boom, prices were a lot lower than what they are right now. Obviously, COVID happened. Everybody started buying stuff. Everybody started buying stuff, and they were just trying to buy up as much as they could. And so that leads me to like my kind of next topic. I'll be honest. I am a little bit afraid because how long can Pokemon sustain where they're at before it starts to bleed into other TCGs? Like obviously, One Piece is doing really well because it's extremely collectible. It has the anime that backs it, and it's very playable. Digimon, it's kind of like 50-50. From what I hear, the game's really fun to play. But Digimon does obviously have its anime. I think it has some manga as well. And then you've got, obviously, Magic. Pokemon, obviously, is a big one. There's a new Bandai TCG coming out. So there's a lot of things that potential, like these flippers, these pump and dumpers, these investors could go in and they could target Yu-Gi-Oh next. So be on the lookout, guys. I wouldn't wait too long. Like, I'm not trying to like promote fear tactics and things like that. I'm not trying to say, oh, buy this card. I'm going to go buy, I'm promoting this card. I'm going to go buy all of it. And then so it just rises the price of it. Like, that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to get you guys to realize that Yu-Gi-Oh is in a good spot if you're a true collector right now. If you're only worried about the money, if you're only worried about trying to make money, then it's in a weird spot when it comes to that. Now, if you're worried about, if you're focusing mostly on the meta type of stuff, then Yu-Gi-Oh has done very well the last couple years. So if you can churn and burn, like buy collections that are meta relevant cards and sell them, like the meta staples, things like that, or like deck cores and a lot of things along that nature, then you're going to do really well, because that stuff tends to do it does well initially until the reprints come, and then it's just this never-ending cycle where a set releases, the cards are great, you have maybe a couple months, and then there's a reprint that comes out, and then it kills the market. So if you can get in early, sell that stuff, then yes, you can make some money there. But again, if you are a collector, now is the time to buy. I know that there's a lot of progress I've made with my master sets because prices just continue to come down on a lot of those first edition vintage stuff. There's some things that go up, but a lot of it is coming down or kind of staying in a respectable range. So I would, my point of this video is to just kind of be watching the market. Be on the lookout for when cards start to just like, okay, it's creeping up. When is it going to slow down? Like, we've obviously seen that with the Blue Eyes stuff. Like, look at the QCR Blue Eyes, not just in Bonanza, but the one from the tins. Like, that one went from a steady 25 to 30. It's like 40 pushing up. There's a lot of other cards, like mostly Blue Eyes related right now, that are doing really well, but that's not going to sustain forever. I do think that eventually what's going to happen, and the reason I mention this with Pokemon again, because what's happening right now with Pokemon, there's so many people that are getting into Pokemon because of the new trading card, Pocket, I forget the name of it. It's the new trading card, like where you can duel with it and stuff. I actually have it downloaded. What is the name? Let me look at it real quick. Like Pocket TCG. Hold on. Yeah, Pocket TCG. So that actual app, I like it. Like, it's fun. But what's happening there is there's so many people that are downloading this app. There's so many people that have kids that are using this app, and they're having fun with the cards. They're like, oh, I want to go to Walmart. I want to go to Target. I want to go to whatever your local store is, or a local game store that might have some cards, and they don't. Or they have them, and it's like the local game store has charged astronomical prices because they're just trying to compete with the market. They're not like a lot of cards, a lot of game shops. They have a lot of overhead. They have things they have to look out for to cover their own behinds when it comes to businesses. So that's why, you see prices the way they are. Sometimes not all prices are justified. I've seen some of you stores out there that are charging ridiculous prices. I'm not going to call out any names because honestly, I don't know any names off the top of my head, but I have seen them. So, support those local game stores that do take care of you, that don't charge crazy prices. But what I'm getting to is there's a lot of those people that are seeing these prices, and honestly, you just can't afford it, or you can't find it. Like, you cannot find a lot of Pokemon cards or any stock on the shelf. So what's going to happen eventually is, like, either A, people are going to just put up with it. Pokemon's going to catch up and reprint these products like they swear they're going to do, or people are going to switch to other TCGs. They're going to be like, oh, these One Piece cards look cool. These Magic cards look cool. These Yu-Gi-Oh cards look cool. Like, there is a part of me that is really hoping for that, because if we get more traction with Yu-Gi-Oh, hopefully that means Konami's going to do more exciting stuff. Like, I am hoping and praying for the day that we actually get tins. Like, you can't see them behind me, but like they're down like right here in the bottom. I have the open tins of like the original BPTs from back in 2002, 2003, where those were fun, where you had like a cover monster. It was a tin. You got a couple cool packs. I don't think they'll ever do that again. It probably wasn't the most cost-effective thing. But like the things that Pokemon do, where you have like this nice display, like collection set, premium collection thing, where it's like a special print of this card. You cannot get it anywhere else, and it's only printed this way in this ultra premium collection. Why doesn't Yu-Gi-Oh do that? I'm kind of going off on a tangent here, just because there's so much to talk about. But I truly want to know like where you're at with your collecting journey when it comes to Yu-Gi-Oh in the current market. Are you worried that there's going to be people coming over from the Pokemon side? They're going to be like those investors, those flippers, I've heard the term tossed around that they're the shoe sellers, the sneaker guys, the sneaker heads. where they're, eventually it's going to run out with Pokemon where they can only go so far. There's only so much manipulation they can do at the market where people just stop buying because they can't afford it. Like, look at, example, the Bubble Mew from Paldean and Fates that came out with Pokemon. That was what, maybe $250 PSA 10. It's now over $1,000. Like, and it keeps repeating with other cards. So I am worried. I do think now is the best time to buy for Yu-Gi-Oh! Not trying to say panic everybody, go buy all your cards right now. Oh, it's it's the boom is happening for Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm letting you guys know that it could possibly happen, and I could just be BSing right now. This is just how I feel. So again, I'm having fun with these discussion videos. You guys again seem to be liking them. If you don't like them, tell me to kick the curb. Cardbreaker sucks. Go back to pack opening videos. But honestly, I just like to chat, and I don't have like the time to chat with everybody about this topic like one-on-one. So getting these videos out there with like my topics that I have in mind that I want to discuss and just get like my opinions, see where your opinions are at, how we can debate in the comment section is fun. Because sometimes that gives me ideas for videos to talk about. Now, again, I don't want to go too far in a tangent on that stuff. So I'm going to wrap things up there. Let me know your thoughts on the market when it compares to Yu-Gi-Oh! To other TCGs. Are you investing right now in certain things? Are you collecting certain things right now? Are you buying a lot of stuff right now? Are you worried that there's going to be investors coming in from other TCGs, mostly Pokemon, that's going to be ruining the market? So there's a lot to kind of unravel and unwrap with this video. Hopefully it wasn't too, too like left field, right field, right center field, whatever. It was a lot of information. So let me know your guys' thoughts. Make sure you guys do like, comment, subscribe for future videos. And make sure you comment down below and let me know your just honest opinions. I do have to give a massive shout out to my channel members: Sargoni YT, K-Dragon, Mark Donnelly, Cody Slater, Josh Evans, Michael P. Sutton, Lazy Dane, Evan Rudolph, Allison Snell, Will Breaks TCG, Ram22, Roland Pryor, Austin and Kayla, Ghost King TCG, Capiba, Derek Williams, King Louie, Toe Info Show, Battle Phase, and Opening Act. Thank you all so much for supporting the channel. I do hope you have a nice day. Hope you have a nice night. I will see you guys in the next one. This is CardBreaker. I'm out.